All right, guys, before we get started tonight, we want to thank Phil at Poor Boys RC for the 2025 edition of the Poor Boys RC Speedrun Challenge. Mads RC, congratulations on winning the body. Once you get your information to Phil, we will get this thing out to you in a timely manner. We still have a few things to get together. We're not just going to send you a body. There'll be a little prize pack to go with it. So stay tuned for that, and let's get to the video. Welcome back to the channel. It's your Wednesday update video, and today we are running behind as usual, and we're trying to get my Mojave Grom body painted. This is the new Proline. It's very similar to the stock body, but it is a licensed Chevrolet body, and it looks pretty cool. We're going to do it somewhat simple, but I can't do anything simple enough. I've already started, and I did the roll cage or the roll bars in the bed, and that was not fun, so that wasn't real fun to record. We did it all with 1/8 inch fine line tape. This is FBS. Just a little patience, or a lot of patience, and we got it in there. We are going to do the bed in black. The body is going to be like a Wilkie style. If you're familiar with Blake Wilkie, it's going to be a purple, pink stripe, black and white. Something to go with our pink wheels that we have for our sand tires, because yes, more sand videos. But we do have a lot of things to talk about. We had a few things donated to the channel this week, a few vintage cars, parts, pieces, more projects for the whiteboard. We'll jump around a little bit tonight. It's going to be a little back and forth. It's not exactly an instructional video on painting bodies. It's just hanging out while I paint a body, and I'll show you some of the things we got. We got a few days left. We've got a lot to do in the next 2 days to get ready to get this thing to the beach again. So let's get at this, and we'll come back and we'll show you some of the cool stuff we got. All right, not much new to see here, although if you've seen the last video, we did get the Masami car. That will be built and painted box art, most likely, because it did come with the mask to paint it and the decals, however you want to do it. And we literally robbed a piggy bank to get that. Exhibit A. This is our fund for the Speedrun Challenge in 2026. Do not open till June 1st, 2026. And yeah, no shame in my game. We went to the coin store and bought us a Masami car. Alright guys, welcome back to the paint shop. We're going to depend on the decals for the most part to make this a cool paint job. We're going very simple. We're going to go the purple, pink, and black, outline in white. The hood will be pink, and we'll depend on the decals for the black. There's a weird mold in the body right there. It's made that way, and it comes with a decal stripe that covers all this up. I'm not sure why it has that hole there. Maybe it's for vacuum forming purposes, but it has nothing really to do with the body, I don't think, the way it mounts. But either way, we got a hole in the hood that it doesn't look very attractive on this Silverado body. So first things first, we mixed up some of our purple lavender. This is some of that craft paint that I used a while back. We're going to try it in real world situation. I did turn that one body inside out and it stuck. But I'm not going 100% pure with that. I did put a little 40-50 Createx clear in it, and I had to reduce it with some 40-11 to make it sprayable. And it's been sitting here kind of just mixing together here on its own. You got to make sure it sits for about 10 minutes before you use it if you put any of that stuff in it. And first things first, recycle some honeycombs. We're going to spray a little purple, like straight dark purple, around these honeycombs. We'll pull those out just to add a little texture and make it a little more fancier than it is. And yeah, let's spray some purple paint. All right, we're going back with our gallery airbrush that was we did a demo on a while back. I'll put a link in the description. I believe that discount code is still good, but I'm not sure, but we'll have a link in the description. The affiliate link should be good. Let's do a little real on the bed too. All right, that's all we're going to do with the dark purple. That is very light, very little. We'll get this dry, we'll pull all these honeycombs out, and then we'll spray our body color through all that. So it'll just be kind of a ghost image of those. And yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. All right, guys, if you notice anything, the boat is gone. We wrapped it up the other day, actually Saturday, And so we got all this open space now since we don't have a real mini truck to work on. What we're going to do this winter, we're going to utilize this space, and this will be a micro track, mini track, probably micros, because I really don't want to build a subfloor. I kind of need to if we want to run an oval track, just because this floor is not even. But we don't want to go through all that expense to begin with. We're just going to get some indoor-outdoor carpet and set up some ramps and some little barriers, and we'll do some kind of micro track, road course / off-road. We could do a road course in here and have a hump, not necessarily a bump right here in this crack area. You can't really see. But yeah, stay tuned for that. All right, we got all of our masking peeled off, all of our little honeycombs. You can tell it's going to be very faint. Now we're going to put on our Craft Paint L Special mixture here and hope it works, because no turning back now. This paint job is going to be kind of unique or acquired taste is what I'm trying to say. This is definitely not for everybody, and for some reason I wanted a purple body, and that's what we're getting. All right, there's our first coat. That's feeling a little thick to me. I might add a little more reducer, but there's your purple beach mobile. There's a lot of marking on the outside because I was going back and forth with the China pen on designs, so it's going to be kind of messy until we get it all done. That'll make the unveil even more exciting, I guess. So I'm going to hop off and put a little more reducer in that, get this thing covered, and then we'll go on to our next color. All right, guys, we're going to dig into this haul. We got one of our subscribers, channel members, and longtime racing buddies has been cleaning his house, and he found some old stuff, and he thought of us, and we appreciate it. And we went through some of the stuff that was basically junk, and we got out the gems. So let's go through some of it. First things first, old 10L SS. This car is a little rough, but it's all there. We will use some of these parts most likely in a future project. Cap tires are pretty much toast. These are some old BSRs, and they're hard and or got holes in them. But we got a mighty stock motor, not too bad a shape, and that's a composite craft chassis. So good bones. Still got the white plastics on the shocks. Original front end, not the dynamic strut. Appears to be magnesium hubs. The way they're corroding, they're getting all fuzzy and turning gray, and generally that's a sign of magnesium parts. Sometimes aluminum will have the same type of corrosion, but kind of gives me the vibes of magnesium. But very cool nonetheless. Up next, we got most of a 10L2. I think I may have the rear pod plates to finish this thing out, possibly. I don't know if I have an upper plate because it's different than the original 10L. Because I don't think, well, it does not. I don't think it has the, I think it has side shocks. This might be an L3, actually. So, yeah, L3's got side shocks, and there would be a side shock, and over here would be a side shock. So, this might be an L3. But dynamic strut front end, titanium turnbuckles, just a standard Traxxas servo. But all this should clean up good. We need another concrete car because I do want to get back down to easily sometime this summer before the end of summer. And we're running out of time. So maybe we'll build something out of that. All right, we're back. Everything undone. Change of plans as usual. I was going to do this stripe in pink and do the bottom black just to tie into the body mount that's black. But after looking at it, I think the stripe, we're going to do the roll bars in pink, and we're going to do the hood in pink. Of course, it's going to have a black accent. So we're going to minimize the black in the graphics, and I think it'll look cool. So minor change, but still same colors. So let's get our black on, and then we'll do the pink, and we'll do an unveil. Oh yeah, I like that choice. I'm gonna hop off, get the rest of the black on there. We'll come back, we'll spray the pink, and we'll wrap this thing up. All right, guys, I got everything pulled off that's going to go pink. This will probably take 2 or 3 coats as normal. Neon colors don't cover too well, and you don't want to pound it on at one time. So we're going to put 2 or 3 light coats on there and get this thing pink, back it with white, and do the unveil. Oh yeah, kind of girly, but I dig it. Let me get this dried up. We'll throw the rest of it on there, and we'll meet you back in Studio A. All right, some of the other gems that would probably be pretty hot right now. These have been glued at some point, but some XX front wheels. This one's got some glue on it. It might clean up, but the outer edge of the wheel looks really good. XXT instructions manual, parts list. We got some random XX parts, an arm, some springs, a couple other miscellaneous parts. Some of this stuff here is going to end up on eBay once I get back from vacation. Tommy was cool with that. We're going to just turn it around and reinvest it into the channel. Some of the electronics may be up for sale. The Losi stuff most likely will. So I will post up links once we get this stuff listed, and we'll have it on our eBay page. All right, guys, I got a couple things already in the cabinet. This is a KM motor, Pro Car series. Pro Car was a point series. They ran like a nationwide thing. I think they did carpet and concrete back in the day. Unfortunately, I wasn't part of this. I kind of wish I would have been, but I was at that age where I had a driver's license and a girlfriend, and RC cars took a back burner. But it's cool to look back at that, and I know several guys that did run it, and it was a pretty cool series. And I guess the gem to me anyways is another East Coast Motors stock motor. These were based out of Charlotte, North Carolina, David Timmerman. This is a stock motor with bushings, so this will definitely end up in one of these cars that have been restored that don't have motors. This car, the Chris car, does have a East Coast modified in it. This car has no motor. The 22 car does. I think the Earnhardt car doesn't have a motor, and the Blankenship car doesn't have a motor. So we got cars that need motors and electronics of the vintage flavor. So thank you, Tommy. This is definitely going to go to good use, and all the parts that we're able to sell is going to definitely help the channel out quite a bit. All right, one of the coolest things I found in that box was this Mercury receiver box. There was another Mercury receiver, so I was able to put it in the box. It has all the paperwork, and what I mean by all the paperwork, it has the receipt that's handwritten. We'll cover the guy's name up. I'm not sure who it is, but on October 97, this was purchased at Atlantic Coast RC. Atlantic Coast RC was a local indoor clay off-road track that was pretty awesome. Again, I wasn't much into off-road, but I did start to dabble in some off-road around this time. This is around 96, 97. Late 90s, 96, 97. I think that's about the same time Pro Car Series was going on. And I did get a little bit of a hall pass to go race off-road some. And Atlantic Coast RC was our local track. It's about 30 minutes. Would have been, if it still existed. It's about 30 minutes from where I live now. I bought a B3, T3. I had a LRP V6 speed controller. This is a few things I remember having there. And we did a Roy's Folks news special with the Speedway years ago, and I was actually at this track when Roy's Folks come out and did a special on this track, and I got it on VHS somewhere. I need to get that converted. That'd be cool to post up some old school stuff. It's only like a 5-minute clip on the local news station, but very cool to see that. Brought back a bunch of memories of that track. It was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it didn't last very long. Like most tracks, they kind of come and go. We've had a couple of really nice indoor tracks around here that got gone, so yeah, pretty cool. All right, guys, appreciate you hanging out with me while we paint another body tonight. And as always, the most satisfying part of painting your RC body is removing this film and unveiling all of your hard work. This body did have some areas I had to put some tape on because the film was a little short. And a little loose over here already, so we may have a little overspray to clean off. But not too bad at all. And almost getting there. And kapowie! Check it out.
Kapowie!
It's not for everybody, but I think it looks pretty cool and it's going to look good on the beach. Of course, it's going to look more complete once we add a few more details to it. Obviously, we got the decals. We've got the hood stripe to cover up that dimple for whatever reason that's there. And we got our air cleaner, some Prolines, our Chevy grill, a little windshield banner, and a few random decals we may use. We got our fuel cell that we can put inside of our tubular roll cage, and that turned out pretty nice. Not too bad. That's a little tedious to tape that up from inside there. And yes, I changed the design on you again. I was going to do these stripes in white, and I went back with a teal color. The white would tend to get lost against the pink, in my opinion. Although the teal's kind of gone up here. But once the black's on there and we get a little black and white decal, it's going to look really awesome. And speaking of decals, we got our Guru's World decals with pink and green. So go check out the links below for your Guru gear and your decals. But anyways, that's pretty cool for a quickie one-nighter paint job. So. All right, guys, appreciate you hanging around tonight. We tried to squeeze everything in one video tonight. We got a lot going on the next couple days. We're going from the mountains to the sea again before we go on vacation. So Sunday's video might be a little weird. We may have to go live. Haven't done a live video. YouTube's been kind of wanting people to go live horizontally, or vertically. Maybe they're trying to compete with some of the other social medias out there. So, if we don't have anything for Sunday, be prepared for that. And if it is, it'll be early. And I will post it up the night before. Because it will probably have to be before it gets too hot and crowded at the beach part we're going to. Not that it's a very crowded beach. But going live, especially with a phone, it's going to get hot and shut off. So we're going to try, if I do it, it'll be early in the morning. And that will be when you see this thing completed and on the chassis. So, yeah, that's enough talking for tonight. Leave me a comment below, and while you're down there, hit subscribe. And I guess we'll see you Sunday. Thanks. All right, up next, KO Propo EX10, and there is a receiver for this with a matching crystal. I do not know if it works. We don't have a battery tray, but that might be something worth putting in a retro car just to see if it would work and then have all period correct electronics. For the oval guys, back in the day, Andy's side dam material was the best besides Custom Works because Andy's was bigger. Plus you got this extra little strip down here, and it's already got the fold in it. Now if you raced oval in the 80s, dirt oval, we were all about some side dams, and there you go, spoiler material with the original Andy's logo on there. So we might end up using this on a oval build. Here's a box of gold. A lot of old speed controllers, all untested. Novak T4, that will probably go in one of my... Alright, here's a box of gold, box of old electronics. Here's a Novak T4. This may end up in one of my restoration projects because I ran a T4 back in the day. Several Tikens. Of course, the Mac Daddy Novak from back in the day, T1X. I've actually got 3 of these now. This was an awesome speed controller, but it was huge, as you can see, compared to what we do now. Well, actually, that's probably small compared to what we run now, but that was huge compared to a T4. which is about half the size. And back then we were all about saving weight just because of battery situation. You know, we didn't have the runtime and we didn't have the benefits of lipos back in the day. If we could make a 4-minute race, we were doing something. A little Tekin and another Novak, or another Tekin, and then a Duratrax, which I believe possibly that Novak made these because they had a T4 copycat that was just blue instead of like orange. Let's see what else. More electronics. All Tekins. Most of these are pretty clean. It could be cleaned up for a restoration project. These are all the more high-end race versions. The 411. I think they come out with something, maybe like a throwback one of these not too long ago, because we were running Tekin 411 or 412 in a bush class with brushless or brushed motors running oval. Now I will clean these up. These are a full set of Jayco caps. These are relatively, feel pretty decent to be probably 30 years old. I'm going to clean these up, and these will be on a shelf clean on the Pan Car collection. Because I still got the other 10L and a couple other cars to restore. And these will definitely have a home. They have a full set of these. More electronics. GM Racing speed controller. It's all there. You can stand to clean up the wiring a little bit. And yeah, I'm not quite brave enough to take this thing apart to rewire it. But it wouldn't take much to clean that up. I mean, even the plug looks brand new. Again, untested. I don't know if they work or not. This thing's awful clean. Minus the wires getting cut down pretty short. So I don't know if it had a problem and that's why it's out of the car. Or maybe he didn't like it. Or whoever had it didn't like it. All right, we got a Novak Mercury receiver, and it looks very clean. It's a FM. I don't have anything that would work with it. I guess its rival would be the Tekin in chrome. I don't know if the chrome was done on purpose as a like a anti-glitch or some kind of interference situation, but or it's just styling, because it's weird that they both did two different companies here.